This is a multiple part tutorial on how to add images to the sections of styling and design for ondamasha.com. So first, clicking on the design area, just for an example, then click on fall winter hats. If you recall, we did a custom portfolio that displays two different sizes in images, and then we stack them so that there was every other one kind of pattern. So this tutorial is going to show you how to create these two sizes. You have a square and you have a tall rectangle. So with each of these thumbnail sized images, you have two sizes, a square and a tall rectangle. Additionally, both the square and the tall rectangle have a lightbox image size. Now this lightbox image size is applies to both the sizes. So we have, remember, the thumbnail, and then we have the tall rectangle, and you'll see that no matter what, no matter what the orientation or the size, we've kept this white box consistent behind the images. So this tutorial is going to show you how to bring in an image that you want to add, crop it, and upload it. So I think I'm going to stop. No, we'll keep going for now. I think the video's not long yet. So let's see. Okay, so there's a few things. When you're adding images, keep in mind that you want to keep this random order going. And as you load images, they load top to bottom. So this one here, then below it, and then below that one. They do not add left to right. So when you'll see when we get into it. Another part of this tutorial that's important that you need to understand is that this assumes that you have Photoshop. I think at one point, Onda, you said that you had it or you had access to it. I think there are some online cropping programs that are free. I don't know how they work. I know nothing about them. So, and then one more point I'd like to make is before you get started, it's important that you create a folder on your desktop. So you'll see I set up a sample one for you here. So I call it Images for Website. So I'd recommend you creating a folder called Images for Website. Then when you open up that folder, you'll see that I've created some extra folders in here. So pics to be edited and added. That's these images. That's for our tutorial. So what you'll do is you'll add a folder that has all of the images that you want to edit and add to your website. Then I want you to add another folder called Square and another folder called Tall Rectangle. So the images that you put in pics to be edited and added are those new images that you want to add to your site that you're going to use to follow along this tutorial. The Square folder represents the images that you're going to crop in this orientation, the square thumbnail. The Tall Rectangle folder represents the images that we're going to crop in this orientation. Now if we open up Square, you'll see there's two sizes. There's let's start the smaller image, which is 220 by 213. That's the square image in the thumbnail area here that you see. And then you'll see a second size that I call larger, called 660 by 840. That's the pixel size in both these scenarios. So the larger image within the square folder is the image that once you click, that's the larger image. 660 by 840 is the size of that image. And for the other folder, that we named Tall Rectangle is for this size image within your portfolio sections. So when you open up that Tall Rectangle, you'll see additional folders. One larger, named Larger, at 660 by 840, and the other one smaller. So obviously the smaller is the thumbnail image that you see here that we have to crop. The larger image is, you'll note it's the same size as the square because we're keeping that consistent once you click on the images in the lightbox so that they don't bounce around, per your request, of course. So before you get started and you start the next tutorial in this series, it's important that you set up a folder on your desktop that looks exactly like this. You know, you can name this folder anything you want, picks to go to our site, however you want to name it. But I do recommend that you do follow me on these. It'll make, once we get into this round 3 or 4 of this tutorial, you'll see how much easier it is that it's set up like this, okay? And though, like anything, the first time through it seems daunting, it's just a bunch of very easy steps that, you know, you just have to stay a little focused and turn your phone off and not be checking email. But other than that, it's pretty darn easy. Another tip is that I would certainly recommend, as you get an image, you just do this. Batching them out, keep them to a minimum of 5 because it gets tedious. If you recall, it took forever. Anyway, so that's it for this one. I'm going to stop it to keep it as short as I can. Step 2 is going to be, we're going to be turning on Photoshop to show you how to crop out your images. Okay? So we'll see you over on step 2. See ya.